Hi, this is Elle. I am a research scientist in AI and education, and also advisor to tech companies on Gen AI solutions. I'm also very passionate about teaching people how to use AI to improve our daily lives. Today, we're building a smart travel app using Python, Gradio, and the OpenAI API. This is a super fun project for people who are new to programming or veteran programmers alike, and I promise it's very satisfying. Let's first look at the app we are going to build today. Now, I have already built this app in the past, and today we're going to do some quick modifications, but let's first let you know what this app can do. Let's say first enter the name, Paris, style, maybe active. This is counterintuitive, perhaps. So I wanted to takes for a little while. Okay, cool. I think this looks pretty good. All right, let's actually build this one, and you can have this for yourself. Okay, let's get started. So first, we will import the necessary libraries. Import Gradio, SGR, OpenAI. What else? Think about, we have to use environment variables to store the API key. As import OS, as well as from .env import load.env and find.env. Okay, let's run this. Here we're setting the OpenAI API key, and we use os.getEnv to read the OpenAI API key from our environment variables, and this key should be stored in your .env file. To define our main function that generates the travel recommendations. So let's call it generate recommendations. And then we're going to take in several parameters. Those are going to be user input, name, so we can grade the user, and destination, where do you want to go, style, travel styles, and how many days. All right. And obviously, when you create your own travel app, you can customize and add in more parameters. Here, we're actually going to include system message. How about you are a caring and knowledgeable travel planning assistant who has an outgoing and funny personality. And this is cool. My name is, oops. Say I am planning to travel to destination in certain style. for just, a number of days. And we're using backslash, so we can use multi-line strings for better readability. Greet me enthusiastically first. Who doesn't want that? And recommend an itinerary for me with estimated time for each activity. Okay, so next we'll have to define messages. Again, this is an array. First, let's define row systems. Will be system message we just defined here. Next one, row is user. Content will be what? Prompt, right? Just define it here. And response. This is where we're going to catch the OpenAI recommendations. Model, let's say GPT 4.0. Messages equals messages. Let's actually also add temperature equals to, I think, 0.6. It's a pretty safe range, and you can play around with it. Max tokens. Let's test 500. So we'll assume the output will be a list since we're asking multiple days, right? So let's create a recommendations. Okay, so this line right here extracts the content from the API response and strips any leading or trailing white spaces and splits it into a list of strings, with each string representing a line of the response. And based on my experience, it's also good to have a formatted recommendation. Join. So here we're joining the list of recommendations back into a single string with HTML, line breaks BR between each item. So this allows for proper formatting when displayed in the Gradio interface. And this one is really important, otherwise the UI would look really messy. And let's return formatted recommendation. Let's make sure it's recommendations. Okay, cool. Okay, the last step, the very exciting part, let's set up the Gradio interface. So the function generate recommendations is where Gradio will call when the user submits their input. And the inputs is a list that defines the input components. We'll have two text boxes for name and destination, a drop down for travel style, and a slider for trip duration. So let's set this up. Let's give it a label and info so users can know what they should input here. Second text box. Enter your travel destination, such as Paris here. Let's give another drop down. So in this drop down, each option will be a component for a list. Let's say relaxed, active, Epicurean, cultural immersion. You can be more creative than me for sure. Let's do another slider to define the duration of the travel. A range from 1 to 10 days. Step could be 1. You can also say 0.5, or maybe you wanted to have 2.5 days. Choose the number of days you plan to be there. And this will be HTML. Title equals to your friendly travel pal. Let's get a cool emoji. Nice. Description. Let me know your name, your destination, travel style, and duration. We will help plan it for you. Something like this. Typo. Never. And demo. Let's see. And success. Look how easy it is. Just a couple of lines to define the web interface. And here you are, an app. You can try right here within your Jupyter Notebook interface. You can also click on this link to open a new tab, which gives you more space. All right, let's test this out. Let's say your name is Charlie and you want to go visit Seattle. Active for, let's say, 2 days. All right, and within a few seconds, we got a really detailed recommendation. I think this looks pretty reasonable and cool for someone who wants a really active style traveling in Seattle for 2 days. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I really encourage you to experiment with this code and modify it to suit your own needs and to explore other ways to use AI in your own projects. And don't forget to keep your API keys secure and to respect the usage guidelines of any APIs you work with. Thank you for your time.